Honourable members, the ayes are 103, the noes are 15. The motion is agreed to. Thank you.
Copyright, Parallel Importing of Films Amendment Bill, third reading.
Right. I therefore call on Government Order of the Day number 5.
Local Government Auckland Council Amendment Bill number 2, third reading.
Speaker.
I call the Honourable Minister Christopher Tremaine.
Mr. Speaker, I move that the Local Government Auckland Council Amendment Bill number 2 be now read for a third time. Mr. Speaker, the purpose of the Local Government Auckland Council Amendment Bill is to amend the Local Government Auckland Council Act of 2009 to provide powers to local boards to delegate responsibilities allocated to them under the Act.
Good, Minister.
Thank you. I want to acknowledge the work of the Local Government and Environment Committee, of which that member is a fine member. I also wish to thank the Auckland Council for their supporting submission on the bill. Can I acknowledge members, Phil Twyford across the House, who's a member of the committee, but particularly Nikki Wagner, who chairs the committee, and her work and the wider committees on the bill. Mr. Speaker, the bill has received unanimous support through its parliamentary stages, and I look forward to the same level of support as we wind into the end of this debate. Mr. Speaker, there are 21 local boards throughout the Auckland region. They have a significant and wide-ranging role that spans most local government services and activities. They service areas of significant population. In fact, only 2 of Auckland's 21 local boards have populations fewer than 45,000 people. Elected bodies need flexibility in how they structure their decision-making. They need to be able to create committees and subcommittees and to delegate appropriate responsibilities for them. This need was recognised through the Government's Auckland Reforms Policy Package, and local board delegation powers were provided for through transitional regulations. These regulations will expire on the 31st of October of this year. The transitional regulations were always recognised as an interim solution. They allowed time for the development of a more robust understanding of local board operations and associated delegation needs. The understanding could then be reflected in a future amendment to the Act, with the opportunity to adjust the provisions should local board experiences deem it necessary to do so. Well, the fact is, Mr. Speaker, there has been no need for change. These delegations have been well executed. There's good experience, and now this bill rolls out the legislation exactly as the regulations were originally drafted and provided for. Mr. Speaker, Auckland's local boards are working well. They are contributing effectively to the governance of the whole region and communities within it. The local board model has proven so successful that as a result, this government has made it available in a modified form to other parts of New Zealand. In fact, the Honourable Nick Smith in last year's Local Government Act allowed for the Auckland two-tier model of governance to be copied in some circumstances, that is, where a proposed metropolitan unitary authority has a population of more than 400,000. But it did not at that point enable it for smaller populations. Further amendments to the Local Government Act to be introduced later this year under a new Local Government Amendment Bill will provide the ability for local boards to be established more widely where unitary authorities are established through reorganisation or through amalgamation. This initiative, Mr. Speaker, will deliver on requests from local government and recognises that authorities and their communities need a broad range of reorganisation options to enable the more effective and efficient provision of local government services and facilities. I think this will be an excellent initiative, and once again I look forward to the support of the wider House as we roll out local board opportunity to other communities throughout New Zealand. It's important to understand that it will still be up to the Local Government Commission, in consultation with communities that are proposing to undertake reorganisation, to determine when the establishment of local boards is justified and is in fact desirable. Mr Speaker, the effectiveness of local board delegation powers and the local board model as a whole are just two examples of the success of the Auckland governance reforms. The reforms were instigated by central government in 2009 and 2010 under the leadership of Rodney Hyde at that point in time, and also the Honourable John Carter, who was his Associate Minister at that point in time. The changes were necessary because of long-standing problems with Auckland, which Mr Twyford across the House has acknowledged in a number of speeches. The 8 councils lacked a collective sense of purpose and did not have the constitutional ability to effectively address the region's wider issues. Local issues and parochial attitudes created an insurmountable barrier to regional progress and integrated development. But I'm pleased to say, since the creation of the new Auckland Council, the Auckland region has for the first time a unified single goal. That is to make Auckland the world's most livable city. Significant progress has been made in working to achieve this goal, and I won't go into the full detail of that, but just mention a couple of the key achievements. Firstly, launching the Auckland Plan, which is a 30-year strategy to guide the region's development to 2041. Auckland has adopted the City Centre Master Plan, the Waterfront Plan and the Economic Development Strategy. Just imagine if that had been in place when the opportunity was there to put a stadium on the Auckland waterfront. The Auckland has hosted significant portions of the Rugby World Cup in 2011. They've unified their entire library group. It's now the largest in Australasia, providing outstanding services to the citizens of Auckland. And also, what we have seen is the development of a world-class public transport system, which is excellent. The purchase, as part of that, of a new fleet of modern electric trains, a working partnership with central government to progress major roading projects such as the Auckland-Manukau Eastern Transport Initiative, the East-West Link, the second Waitemata Harbour crossing, which is in the mix coming forward over to Maggie Barry's fine part of town, and also the City Rail Link, which has all come together under this government working together with the Auckland Council. The reorganisation of local government in Auckland also provided the opportunity to release significant efficiency gains. For the financial year of 2011-12, Auckland Council achieved an $81 million efficiency saving gain. And over the next 10 years, we're looking to see a $1.7 billion worth of savings. This is an outstanding result. Rodney Hyde can take a bow for this achievement going forward. These savings represent reduced costs of delivering the same service levels planned by the legacy councils. It results in lower rates overall than what were planned. In fact, I understand lower than expected at 3.94%, and the council expects to be able to cap rates increases at 4.9% over the next 10 years. This is a huge achievement. Due to its size, uniqueness and economic influence, a successful Auckland is crucial to the success of New Zealand as a whole. The Auckland Council, as created by the government's Auckland Governance Reform Package, is providing for a successful Auckland. Mr Speaker, part of that success is ensuring the efficient and effective management of local boards' responsibilities and the delegation of those responsibilities allocated to them. Mr Speaker, can I thank members of the House again for their wider support of this bill. This bill's time has come. I recommend the bill to the House.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. I call the honourable member, Philip Twyford.
Mr Speaker, I want to add my congratulations to